With the increasing demands of goods by households, factories, and companies, due to COVID-19 restrictions for physical movement, trucking and logistic companies are raking in billions of dollars by the year and accounting today for over 5% of gross domestic product. Trucking in the U.S. has accounted for revenue of over 80% of freight bills. Trucking plays a massive role in growing the U.S. economy with tons of goods that homes, offices, and industries depend on, without which the economy would be grounded. Lillegren and Juliayn Rietzler said the industry employs over 7 million truckers and has an average capital of $680. According to them, 1 out of every 14 jobs in the U.S. is created or affected by the trucking industry. Some of the top U.S. trucking companies like UPS Inc. and FedEx Corporation were once mere conceptions. You could start up your trucking company from your small garage today with 1 truck. All you need is the right equipment and tools for logistics and maintenance to start your trucking company. In this video, we will tell you how you can start a trucking company. Before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button below. And remember to click the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload our videos. A trucking company is one owned by an individual with 1 or 2 trucks, or a company with many trucks and trailers that specialize in hauling and distributing goods or cargoes, which include raw materials and finished goods, from one place to another. A trucking company is quite different from a logistic company that may not own trucks, but hires on behalf of a company for the mobility of goods. Today, there are about 15 million trucks and trailers that cover millions of miles daily within the U.S. territory alone, and still cannot serve the demand for the service, which is still in high demand. That means you are never going to be out of contract and business. You have the assurance of making your money at the instant once you ship goods. Moreover, since 2019, the cost of moving goods has increased by over 50% and is in high demand due to the COVID-19 restriction on the movement of persons. You are sure there is not going to be any downturn sooner or later. You may want to earn more revenue while working at your preferred schedule. The trucking industry can also offer you the freedom to manage your own business. You may choose your customers and preferred locations or what type of goods to haul. You may decide to be the driver if you love driving or employ one. You can get a startup loan and even insurance backup in case of any loss. Starting a trucking company from the scratch can be capital intensive depending on the size. But if you already own a truck or more, then you are 50% ready, which is more than 50% off the cost. The most required input in a trucking company is the truck. A new truck costs an average of $120,000 to $150,000. A fairly used truck costs about $50,000 to $100,000. Other costs of establishing your company, according to KeepTruckin.com, will cost about $6,000 to $15,000. This includes registration, documentation, and other tax requirements that may vary from one state to another. Employing a truck driver demands an average of $32,000 a year. However, starting up a large trucking company may require an intensive capital of between $2 million to $7 million. Before you join in the haulage for money, here are the steps to start a successful trucking company. Prepare a business plan for a perfect start, a laid-down strategy for starting up, and your projections. A business plan makes it easier for you to get funds or obtain a loan. Choose a business name and consider the type of the business entity, as a sole owner or in a partnership trucking company. This in turn will determine other like liability, founders, board members, agreement, taxation, shares, financing, and others. Once these have been determined, go ahead to register your business with the appropriate state or local authorities. The registration goes with obtaining all relevant documents, which include licenses and permits required for a haulage company. Licenses are required to operate within a state or outside of it. Every state has its policies and regulations to operate haulage with all its challenges and benefits. Among the licenses and permits include your U.S. DOT number, driver's license, tax identification number, state/local business registration, transportation permits, and a commercial liability insurance cover. You will have to undertake a business insurance scheme. This is often a legal requirement recommended for haulage firms to operate. The major thing you may desire is the fund for your trucking company to purchase light and heavy-duty trucks as well as other operating tools. With a good business plan and documentation concluded, you can obtain a loan to lease or purchase new or used trucks. You can get loans from Small Business Administration loan or the Equipment Financing loan. Having or getting a truck or trucks and other logistic and maintenance tools are important to start your trucking company. With a good business strategy and maintenance culture, you will keep your business running and expanding until you surpass the top company names on the haulage list. Trucking makes money through direct contracts with customers or indirectly through freight brokers to transport goods. Typically, the least cost of transporting a load per mile is between $1.50 and $3. You can make more money by reducing the operating costs. You should reduce expenses, food, lodging, fuel, toll, and other taxable services. Know the exact cost and increase the rate per mile. You can go for high-paying loads. You should reduce delivery and detention time. Create a perfect schedule with customers to keep your truck or trucks on loaded mileage without being idle or empty. Lastly, you should expand your business scope and zone. According to Cargo Transport Company, the average gross made by most trucks is between $4,000 to $10,000 plus. An owner-operator may take home around $2,000 to $5,000 plus weekly, while an investor can make a profit of $500 to $2,000 plus per truck weekly. The CTA asserts, however, that many factors affect profitability. According to FastCapital360.com, the trucking business is rebounding in 2021 after suffering a relapse in the third quarter of 2020 as a result of the pandemic. There is a great prospect for the business in the year 2022 and beyond once there is an adjustment for the pandemic. The projection is that the global freight trucking market will increase to $5.5 trillion in 2027 from $4.2 trillion in 2020, having an annual growth rate of 4%. Did you find this video helpful? Have you ever considered starting a truck business? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be the first to watch new videos on this channel.